Good morning, or afternoon, evening, everyone here present. I would first of all like to thank the IPC for this invitation and opportunity to share relevant aspects of our situation. I have pointed out the need to interpret things in a historical context regarding what is happening in Gaza and related to Hiroshima. Why? Because they share particularly concerning aspects about history itself. The Lancet magazine, which offers a very serious scientific analysis of the number of people affected by the Israeli intervention on Palestinian territory, and they estimate, as of last July, that there might have been as many as 186,000 fatalities. That is a large percentage of the population, even compared to populations in Europe. And there is also a very interesting point that needs to be clarified, which is keeping in mind the first application of atomic weapons in Hiroshima can also apply in the Gaza case without a which is equivalent to a bomb in terms of the number of casualties. Also, a large percentage of the highways and roadways in Gaza have been destroyed, which eliminates the means of the population to survive. And these are data coming from the UN satellite database. These are not loose interpretations or our own data. There's also information that the impact that these military interventions have led to the destruction of all Gazan structures. 156,000 structures are estimated to have been destroyed, as well as 215,000 homes, which is over 60% of all Gazan structures that have been either destroyed or severely damaged. These are catastrophic results of this impact due to the explosions of bombs and missiles in Gaza. There's another specific issue regarding crops, which is also comes from United Nations satellite data, which states that 75% of Gazan agricultural fields have been destroyed, have become unusable. That is, the possibility of life has been destroyed, the ability of survivors to continue existing and find a way out of their own territory, which is a territory in which all three monotheistic religions in the world have converged in this territory. This is where this is happening. It is very striking, therefore, how important it is to have a better integrated historical perspective as well as a human perspective. And this also applies to Europe. In Guernica, at the beginning of World War II, and now we speak increasingly of a Third World War, what happened as a result of military action carried out by the Nazi Air Force and immortalized in Picasso's famous painting, a catastrophic result also took place. 250-kilogram bombs were dropped, which destroyed 70% of the buildings of the town of Guernica at that time, which gives us an idea of how the numbers may seem demonic when there are very similar historical results. And when I mention Hiroshima in relation to Gaza, the data bears this out. In Hiroshima, the bomb that was dropped was the equivalent of 7,000 tons of TNT. These were uranium bombs. When we speak of 16,000 tons, it killed 70,000 people instantaneously, apart from all the people who died later. Why do I bring this up? Because I'm trying to say, is this mere genocide or something beyond genocide? Because it is very concerning, because we're being led to consider this as a natural part of a conflict to destroy an entire population, and we are being accustomed. This is being normalized for a future of nuclear confrontation, such as could happen in Europe. If we extend this concept to Europe, up to 10% of the population could fall in the early attacks. How many people, how many structures would be destroyed? How does this compare to Gaza? This is why we say that genocide, as established in the United Nations Convention, which has been adopted by the entire world, it leads to a concept which I call terracide, or not just of ethnic groups, but entire populations, territories, and everything in that territory. This is clearly a crime, that it is total and integral destruction. Hiroshima was a test of what humanity, unfortunately, seems to be heading into. This is why it is necessary to speak of peace as a countervailing measure to the increasing talk of war. And in this sense, I would like to highlight the clamor for peace coming from different countries around the world, here from Ecuador, and to bring up the important proposal of linking peace to development, peace with security, peace with technological progress, peace with development, a peace which is not merely an emotional call, but the concept of a plan itself means that there has to be a historical plan, both in the short, medium, and long term. This is a solution that has been often stated here in the coalition with the Oasis plan, but also elsewhere in the world. When we refer to the issue in Ukraine, we speak of fighting for a peace proposal based on planning, based on dialogue, based on a coalition of hope, and finally, something which will open the road to peace for the entire future of humanity. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Professor, for that presentation. We have